Hey everybody, Tammy here, and I wanted to do a brief tutorial on some of the new features that have come out recently in our Google Meets. So you're looking at the first one, and that is the blur tool. That is found even before I join my Meet, this initial screen right here in the lower right. Now, I also have noticed that it's not available on every device. It's not working on my Chromebooks, but I'm on my laptop, probably work on a desktop with a webcam, but for some reason it's not working on our Chromebook devices. Not sure, that's not our issue, that's a Google issue. So it's right there, you'll see it if you have it available right there, and it's just blurring in. Not sure how much of a fan I am of it because it may be a little bit more distracting than the distractions it's trying to hide. I'm not really sure. You can also access it up here up at the top in your settings again before we've even jumped into our Meet, and you have your settings also available here. So once I'm in the Meet, you will be able to access those settings right here in the lower right. There's the background blur. And while I'm here in our settings from the lower right, I do want to point out one recent change in the layout settings. So if you click on layout, you will see a little bit of a different setup here. With automatic, it's just going between the tiled participants and your presentation screen automatically. And then tiled just means you're going to get all the participants tiled across the page. You can change the number of participants that you want showing on the screen up to 49 participants. The spotlight is either you're the person who is speaking or your presentation screen. And then sidebar would be your presentation screen or the speaker with a few participants tiled on the right side. A couple of other things I want to show you while I'm here, and that is the host controls. So if you, hopefully, once you start your Meet, you will see the blue button down here. This is where you can easily access all the host controls. You are also able to find them in the settings in the lower right, and you go to settings, and you are able to click on host controls, and you'll see the settings there as well. So some of those settings, the first one is quick access. I did want to show this. Now remember that the defaults are on here. So the default is that everybody can join the Meet, everybody can share the screen, and everybody can chat. So you will need to turn these off if you don't want those permissions. So quick access, if it is turned off, that means that nobody can enter that Meet until the host has admitted them. So that means they can't get in first. So that might be good if you have an issue with not being able to get in first. You may want to have that turned off, but you will have to admit everybody that tries to get into the Meet. So when they go to the link and they click on join now, they're going to have to ask for permission. They won't be able to get into the Meet, and you will get a pop-up as the host to admit or deny them. And so you'll have to admit that. And that there may be a situation where that is warranted. So that default again is on, so you'll need to turn it off if you do want to have those restrictions and admit people. Share the screen. If you have this turned off, that means that you as the host are the only one able to share the screen, and the participants would not have that ability. And turning chat messages off means that the participants would not be able to use the chat. Only the host would be able to use the chat, and the participants would still be able to see what the host is putting into the chat box. So those are all in the host settings right there. And just another opportunity for you to go over to the settings right here. So again, they're all defaulted on. And the last thing I want to show you that just rolled out today, because I am checking every day. We still have a few more coming, but this one rolled out today, and that is the Whiteboard, which is basically a Jamboard. So they have incorporated Jamboard into our Google Meet platform. And so you are able to easily and quickly start brainstorming with participants. So that's up here up at the top, right above the record. And when you click on it, it will bring up this pop-up to either start a new whiteboard or choose from a Jamboard that you've already created in your Google Drive. So this is just for quick, let's just start brainstorming. Let's do some quick feedback, or something I've already prepared and I wanted to share with you. Once you click on this, it will bring up sharing permissions. So it will have a list of your participants and will allow you to change the sharing permissions, because this is just like any other Google file where you have to share it for either viewing or editing privileges. So you can change it to editor, because the default will be for the participants to view the Jamboard, not edit. So if you do want them to edit, then you can easily change those permissions right there before it launches. And so you start the new Jamboard and it will pop up for the host, and for the participants, it will show up as a link in the chat box. And so they're going to be able, depending on the permissions that you granted, they're going to be able to see the Jamboard link in the Google chat. All right, so this from here, this is just all your Jamboard features, being able to draw together, being able to erase. You have your sticky note. This is probably one of the best parts about it, is the sticky notes and being able to provide that feedback and brainstorm ideas. Insert image, insert a circle. You're able to do text boxes. That's relatively new, to be able to put in a text box, and you're always able to move those around and enlarge them. But again, remember that Jamboard is a free-for-all, and everybody has the ability to delete. They can, anybody can do that to anybody's contribution. So keep that in mind. Then you have the laser pointer at the end that you're able to point something out, and then it quickly goes away. So again, if you do need to share, those sharing settings can also be accessed right there when you're in the Jamboard itself. So I just wanted to share those new features. And again, we're still waiting on attendance and breakout rooms. So I will let you know as soon as we see those pop up, because it is rolling out across the country. So let me know if you have any questions, and I hope this helps. I'm really enjoying the fact that I feel like a lot of our requests have been heard, and trying to make instruction more efficient and very practical for our classroom. So as long as we are in need of this platform, we want to make sure that it is useful for everybody. So again, if you have any questions, feel free to let me know, and I hope you have a great day.